Hello lovelies, gosh, I think it's going to be very dark piece of footage, sorry about that. It's like 6 o'clock on Monday, so I'm really late starting this video. I often start them over the weekends, so we're just a little bit late. We're kind of catching up with things. We had a crazy weekend, but I am very late getting some orders out that were placed on Saturday, so I'm really sorry to everybody that ordered the Saturday special. They will be leaving the farm tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning. I'll explain in a minute as to why everything is a little bit upside down and late. I kind of try and get things out within 2 to 3 days, so I am still officially within that, but yeah, I just feel like it's too late now. Anyway, so I'm going to sit here and pack up those orders, and then I guess I'll catch up with you with the rest of the week. Oh, we need some sparkly lights on. It's all grey and foggy today, so definitely need some sparkles on. Hello my lovelies and welcome back. It is Tuesday afternoon and Shelley was here this morning, my friend that comes in and helps me every week. She has now been and gone. So look at my desk, oh my god. I am so messy. Let's not look at that. So this afternoon I am playing in this corner and I've got a new part for the X tool, which has it was out of stock when they first delivered my machine. So I'm going to be setting up that. That is the smoke purifier. So basically you plug this pipe that comes out the back of the laser machine, you plug that into the top of the smoke purifier. It's got a massive filter in it, so it clears out any particles that could damage one's lungs or one's puppy dog's lungs, and it cleans it. And then it spits out the clean air at the other end. So I'm going to get this all rigged up with the smoke purifier, and then I want to try a couple of images. I've got a beautiful little design that I've made in Procreate on the iPad, and I want to try and burn that onto leather. And I'm hoping that I'm going to get a coaster done. So that is the plan for this afternoon, and I hope that you enjoy hanging out with me while we try and make it happen. Oh, it's a bit dusty and covered in dog hair, just like that. Behind these boxes up here, this is the old like fan vent that we had in this wall that was broken, so we've taken that out and got rid of it. But we've still got the hole there behind that piece of wood with Johnny's packed it out with a load of insulation, so we're going to be sticking this pipe out of there in time. It's just, that's a blue job and Mr. Blue is at work. I'd like it to be known that I'm not doing this properly because I also have these things that need to secure them down. I just want to play, and I'm only burning veg tan leather, so I'm not burning anything toxic. So I'm not too worried about smoke escaping today. I will get Johnny on this though. He can magic all that together for me later. So for now, we're just going to kind of pretend. Don't judge. I can hear you judging, don't judge. What else do I have to do? I have to plug this in. So this little unit here, this is the air assist, and this is the unit that pushes a blast of air down over the laser beam. So it pushes the smoke away, so it helps to keep the lens of the laser cleaner. Okay, this is the piece of leather that I initially used when we first set the X tool up. So this would be a good place to start, and let me show you the design that I want to do. Okay, so this is my Procreate, and this is the design that I've done. It's just a beautiful little fern leaf. I did that with the iPad and the Apple Pencil. So I've exported that and I've put it into X tool. So I think that's 80mm by 80mm. Actually, we're going to try it on this coaster, which lives on my desk, which as you can see has been terribly well used. This measures 90mm by 90mm. So I think I'd like that a little bit smaller. I think we'll go for like 75, I guess. So I'm going to try engraving it on the scrap piece first. And if that works well, then I'll put it on my ratty-tatty old coaster. You can see that leather doesn't lie flat, it's kind of got a bounce to it, a bend to it. With the honeycomb base that I've got underneath the leather, they supply these little magnetic clips that just like snap down and they hold the leather in place, which is absolutely brilliant. That's really efficient. Let's put you over there. That's better. Oh, and I reckon I could sneak one through there as well. Handy. And we'll do one at the back too. So then I need to move the laser head to where I want it to start. So we're not going to worry about that burn. Maybe we'll come over here. Oh, that's annoying. I had a little notebook that I put the numbers for the different mediums, like the leather and the wood and stuff. I wrote the numbers that worked well in there, and I didn't put the book back in the box with all the other X-Tool stuff. And my studio is still upside down because we still haven't finished, although we've got shelves up. Yay, we've got shelves. So I don't know what numbers I used. Gosh darn. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to have to wing it as per usual. Nothing new here. Okay, we'll go there. And then we come over here and we'll do rectangle, I guess. Start marking. And then we slide that across. And down. And then press that. And that's now marked both of my points, my corner points of the coaster, and then end marking, and then done. And then I need to move my fern into that space. The coaster out. And then I guess we close the lid. I've got this set on power 100 and speed 140. I think that's too high, so let's go power 51. Let's just try, shall we? Also just going to turn that on. I'm really not a techie person, I'm really not a gadgety person, but this is really exciting. Oh my god, it looks amazing. That looks so freaking cool. Oh my goodness me. Eek. So that is now sucking the smoke out through this pipe, down through here, into the filter. And it's actually spitting out of this hole here, the clean air. I do have that other pipe I can fix, but I'm not going to worry about that today. The filter is brand new, so it won't do any damage. And now the moment of truth. Oh my god. Wow. What? Could you be any more perfect? Wow. I made a piece of art and then I etched it onto leather with a laser. What a time to be alive, people. It's so delicate and so pretty. So I'm thinking if this is the size of the coaster that I do, that I perhaps need to do this a little bit bigger. And do I want it like just in a corner or do I want it across the center? Kind of thinking maybe I just do it in the corner, like a nice little elegant, in which case maybe it should be smaller. Also, to mix things up even more, I've got these little coaster backers. They are made of cork, they're really thin, they're really sticky backs. Apparently I haven't really used them yet, to do round coasters. Oh, do we think that should go on a round coaster or a square coaster? I mean, that looks pretty gorgeous, doesn't it? Right, let's cut some leather out that size, and maybe I'll cut a couple that size as well. Do you have a preference in coasters? Does anyone care if they're round or if they're squared? That's not something I've ever given the slightest bit of thought. Yeah, I think I'm going to go square just because cutting circles is not tidy enough. Yeah. I think we've just decided we're going square. Okay, I've popped it in here and I've got a couple of magnets because the fern is going to be here. I don't think they're going to be in the way. So mark processing areas. We're going to go with a circle this time. Start marking. So then you just move this head and you mark any 3 points on the circle, like in the crosshairs, if you like. And they use this instead of using a camera because most laser cutters actually use a camera so you kind of see your piece of leather on the screen. And this has got really good feedback from the groups I'm in that talk about the S1, the X-Tool S1. This gets great feedback, so I'm still so new to it that I don't really have a clue. But there we are, end marking, that's done. Now you can see that my fern needs to move. Oh, that's so cool. What do we think? Oh, that's so pretty. Let's try that. I love it. It's like a mad scientist's corner, huh? So cool. Okay, we are complete. That took a second less that time. Interesting. Da, 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 da. Gorgeous. Okay, I really dislike the circle because it's not well done. But how freaking cool is that? Right, let's go cut some squares out of leather. Time for a quick sunny catch up. The boy's doing very, very well. He is such a sweet dog. Oh my gosh, we're so lucky. We think he's been a pet previously because he brings a ball back when you throw him a ball. That's pretty much the only reason we think he's been a pet, actually. Also, he's just so kind and loving, and we can do anything to him. We can touch his feet, which is a big no-no for a lot of Romanian dogs. Overall, he's just an absolute dream. We're so, so lucky to have him with us, really. Also, very quickly, I wanted to catch you up with why our weekend was so crazy. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll already have seen this post. I popped a post up on the Monday, I think, following it. Just like a post of gratitude, really, that everything turned out okay. So on Saturday morning, Johnny woke up in the morning with a tightness on the left side of his chest. There was no other symptoms. It wasn't painful. It wasn't hurting him or anything like that. But we lost one of our neighbours just before Christmas to a heart condition, and apparently he'd been getting chest pains for a couple of weeks before he passed away. And I kind of suggested to Johnny that he'd be an absolute idiot if he didn't go and get it checked out. So I'm really grateful that he did. And he went to our local minor injuries unit, and they told him that he had to go to the big hospital up in Plymouth, up in the city, the one that I used to work at, funnily enough. So we went there, and we ended up spending, well, I sat there for 9 hours and Johnny sat there for 11 hours. I ended up having to leave a little bit earlier than him because I had to get back for the dog because my darling mother was looking after Sonny. Anyway, long story short, he had all the tests done. It turns out he hadn't had a heart attack and he didn't have angina. So in terms of the weekend and why it's pushed everything out, is, you know, we sat in a hospital all day and all night on Saturday, and then Sunday we were both exhausted, mentally and physically exhausted. So not much happened over the weekend, but overall I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the NHS, and I'm really grateful that Johnny is well and fit and healthy. Big gratitude all round. Hi, gorgeous boy. One square coaster. So I could make it bigger. That's too big, isn't it? Should we try that? Let's try that. And voila. Ooh, I don't like what the clips have done to the corners. Ooh, no, I need to be more careful of that. But if we can forget the corners, that looks rather scrumptious, huh? Beautiful. Right, I'm going to get the edges beveled, which will hopefully take this denting out, and then see what we're left with. Okay, so we have one sleepy dog. We have one coaster finished, and I'm in love with it. It's really subtle, and I just think that's really elegant. I love how it changes colour as well as you move it through the light. Isn't that amazing? I love it. So I'm actually down in the little gallery in Polperro at the end of this week. And I'm also in the shop in town in Loo next Monday. So I think I'm going to make a selection of both. Oh, do you know what? Looking at it on the screen, I now realise it's missing a border. I can just quickly do that. I don't need to use the laser for that. Yeah, that needs a border around it. So I think I'm going to make a stash of each. I think I might just start with the fern pattern. I want to do a whole botanical like line in them, and I want to be able to use these images on the journals and elsewhere as well. I kind of just want that to go along with the whole hedgecomber theme. But yeah, overall, this girl's happy. Okay, something else I wanted to test. So this is a stinging nettle. Should we just try it on this scrap piece of leather? Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, okay. I like that. Like, I would quite like these to be a series of coasters to have like 4 or 6 hedgerow plants in. I also really like that if this was on a coaster, it would just be up the side, which is making me feel like this one, taking up the whole coaster, isn't actually doing it for me now. In the collection, I feel I should just have them up one side. I might need to go back to the drawing board. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at that. There it is. Done. Do you have a preference, Sally? Do you prefer one or the other? Look at that booper. Oh, you're gorgeous. This, I love this. Don't get your snotty goblins on those, please. Thank you, monkey. Oh, you're such a monkey. Oh, it's just the best schnoz. Best schnoz ever. Anyway, there we are. That's the one. So I just need to finish this one off today. I've got a lovely friend, Mel, who is a nutritionist, who is holding my hand through trying to work through my chronic pain, which has diminished. It actually disappeared. My pain disappeared for several weeks. It's just starting to creep back in. So I think I need to go like a level deeper on the foods that I'm omitting. And one of the big ones has been gluten. Yeah, it's to my body, gluten appears to be poison. Anyway, my lovely friend Mel is coming over today and we're going to have a little brainstorming session, and we're kind of doing a swap, which is really nice. So she's helping me in her professional capacity as a nutritionist. So I'm having a one-to-one session with her this morning, and then for the rest of the day we're going to be working on her business. So I think today we're talking YouTube, so I'm going to possibly teach her how to edit videos, or how I edit them anyway, and like how to upload and how to use SEO and all that kind of stuff in YouTube. So it should be a really interesting day. And finally, this parcel just arrived just as I was editing. And this is me biting the bullet and ordering leather directly from Italy. I've been looking at how I can improve the margins, so how I can buy my materials at a lower cost. And this was just a trial. I really don't know what I was expecting, if I'm honest. This isn't the leather that I currently use, even though the stuff I currently use is Italian vegetarian leather. This is a different colour, which is going to bring in some issues because I just like to work with one colour of leather. But I just wanted to test this. I wanted to test the shipping process, the times, the prices. The prices are much better than buying it from a wholesaler over here. Obviously there's the postage, and also I got stung by tax, 40 something pounds on the import tax as well. So I need to sit down and do the numbers on whether it's worth importing it myself or just sticking to my current supplier. And then finally have some more sunny footage, just because. I'll catch up with you in the next video, guys. Take care.
Thanks to eye coordination.
Oh my gosh, it's like a big frog.
What's this?
Oh God, he's so cute.